open the road.
What's up, though? Figured I might as well use it, right? I got to get in the habit of going live, then getting ready with that. Because usually I get ready and then just turn it on, right? Like get all the fucking 4 monitors fucking rolling. Situated. And 15 each.
Sings on your return.
Looks so strong, so delicate. Damn, he was tanky as fuck, boy. Shit, what a waste. Damn it. That sucks. I wasted my gorilla cooldown, but that's alright. No, what am I doing? The hell, I got the wrong glyph in. What the heck, man? Oh yeah. That's mega. Let's see. Should actually give me quite a bit more damage. Quite a bit. Fuck.
It is done.
Yo, 50 stream streak, you fucking maniac, man. Thank you, brother. Holy shit. You maniac, man. Man, I need GA gear. Bad. It was hard to get on today, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I played Diablo throughout the day quite a bit today, but it's hard to get on tonight. Probably ain't gonna be on too long. $50 fucking streak, baby. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you, bro. I need a GA weapon, dude. That's what's holding me back right now. I have no GA weapon. Holy shit, man.
That's for you, my man.
The fucking the otherworldly himself, man. With a T3 still. Holy shit, man. Still ripping that T3. Fucking insanity, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're feeling better, man. I do hope so. You're on, yeah. Hell yeah. It's nice that you got to play, it looks like you did. When I got on, it looked like you and Leia were playing, which is good. She was saying that you guys, she thought that you guys were gonna miss you played like every season together, the start. And that's how I found out you were not feeling good. And so it's good that you were able to make that feel good enough to do it, right? I think that I like some of the changes. Like I'm glad we're not doing Helltide after Helltide, but it's still like we're back to dungeons, which isn't necessarily too new per se, but it's definitely a little bit better. Like leveling to me has felt better than the last 2 seasons. But it's still not like new content. It's got, you know, it's a little bit of a shift, but not necessarily new. But a decent shift. Like I had no expectations because the last 2 seasons have been so lackluster that, you know, I was kind of expecting the same. So it's nice that it was a little bit better. The loot felt a little bit better, like getting rolling. Just in general, it's just endgame needs to be, instead of mat farming, we need more like search and find, you know, like the chasing, like not even necessarily dungeon bosses, but like chasing ooh, I don't know what to do here. Probably this one. Kind of similar to what D2 and PoE has a lot of it too. Like you can, it has like bossing and shit, but it's not entirely mat farming. Like, yeah, mats are a big part of it, but it's not the core, right? I feel like for the longest time now, that's what I'm hoping that they change, is like, instead of it being 100, the end game anyway, 100% mat farming and sitting in an altar spawning bosses and or just doing the pit, like we need more chase, more explore. And I think the game will be in a really good spot if it ever gets there. I think it will. The new builds have been kind of fresh. Yeah, no, there's definitely, like I said, this season is better than the last 2 for me. It's still not like great, but it's better. It's definitely better so far. Obviously, I only played 1 day so far. And I'm getting on late right now, so of course I'm behind like always. But we're chilling. Sork Hydra is super fun. Yeah, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do Sork, Rogue, or Spiritborn. I just went with Spiritborn. I almost went Sork. I was so close to going Sork. But there's definitely some new, like, Thorn shit that I could potentially fuck around with Spiritborn. Obviously, Evade is insane for just, like, you know, ripping off the gate. Once I hit level 15, I was already, like, basically able to play full Evade. It was nice. It felt good. Still feels, it's not even crazy yet. Like, this is my gear. I don't even have like GA gear or anything yet. Obviously I'm only in tier 2, but it feels comfy, man. It feels like it ramped up pretty quickly, and I like that. That's one of the things I liked most about PoE, was like I felt like literally in PoE, though it was crazy, PoE 2 anyway, the first season. Second season was I don't know why they went so far from what they had, but the first one was, bro, literally every level, not like every couple levels, every level I felt stronger and stronger, like all the way up into the fucking end game and beyond. It was the craziest, most amazing. Ooh, a quarterstaff. Oh, GA quarterstaff. This is what I've been looking for, dude. If this tempers right, oh wow, it's got a perfect aspect on it though, but dude, that's a big upgrade for me, potentially. We'll see if it tempers. But yeah, I don't know. Ooh, double. Okay, here we go. Finally, I just said I didn't have much for GA, dude. Imagine that's like a Giga amulet, dude. Oh shit. I've never liked leveling Firewall. Oh no, hell no. Yeah, me neither. Firewall PvP was fun though. I will say, I will say Firewall PvP Sork was fucking That was fun as fuck. But leveling firewall, no, hell no. Hell no. Endgame Hydra gets nuts fat. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I saw a little bit. It definitely looks like it's good. I know a lot of people love Hydra. Like Hydra's favorite spell for a lot of sorks. Nope, no good. Not, at least not for me. Damn. He was so good at making each phase of the gearing feel important. Like, yeah, no. Yeah, 100%. And they, PoE 2, I never played PoE 1, even still, like, I probably will eventually, because PoE 2 was so good. But PoE 2, yeah, I don't know, dude. That game was like way beyond what I was expecting. I mean, I didn't really expect anything from it though, but at least the first launch of it. It is kind of in depth though. Like it's definitely got a lot going on. But I kind of like that. See if we get the tempers we need, man. Damn it. Not looking good. Let's go. Damn, bro. Not one? Okay. 40 is like a mid-low roll, but it'll work. Okay, now we can use a scroll on it, can't we? Wait. Yeah, right? I got no more on it. We need potency, dude. We need potency. Bro, come on. Tragic. Okay. Shit roll, but it works. Pretty shit tempers, but at least they're the right tempers. That should be a solid upgrade. Should be.
My magics await your return.
Let's see.
In all things. Let me show you.
Actually, I think I'm gonna transition into a different version of this. Let's see. Trying to see what they recommend. So it is still redirected. But a polearm. So they swap into a polearm. Probably for the vulnerable?
The wonders of Sanctuary at your fingertips. How may I help you?
I'm gonna stick with crit for now. Damn, I got a shit roll of that too. Let's see. That's all I get. I wonder if I should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably do that, and then I can come out over here, right? I think that makes more sense. Damn, this is kind of a shitty board. It's kind of a very shitty board. I wonder if that's enough. And I got shit. I need to do more dungeons. Ooh, Sarich, dude.
What's up, thinking?
Oh shit.
That's for you,
Doe
man.
with the 12-month
Returney just
Holy
gifted
shit.
Making Doe a subscription.
9.
Speaking of that awesome Returney.
Speaking of the legend, huh? Bro, 9 months into the 12-month insanity. Bro, that's 9 months ago already? What the fuck, man? Holy shit. I remember that night. That was insane. That was an insane night. Wait, where the fuck? Sarah's, right? What did I just pop? Where the fuck? Are your guys' drop rates on these things fucking terrible? By the way, like, dude, I feel like I ain't getting shit for these Arcanas or whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, where was Sarah's at again? Holding back the demon forces. You have one? No, it's, dude, I think it's bugged. I mean, maybe not, but holy shit, the drop rate. I've done a lot of them strongholds. Like a fucking crazy amount, actually, when I think about it, for how many are, like, I have like 6 Arcanas total, and it's like, dude, I've done so many of them. Wait, where the fuck is Sarah's Slayer again? I can't remember. I remember doing that shit all the time. Damn it, I fucked up. Oh, right here. You only have 2 in your Paragon 100? Holy shit. Oh, it got Havoc, so it was bugged? What's up, Jared?
This place is unsettling.
So it is. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. I felt like it was, but dude, I thought so. Like, it didn't seem right because I did so fucking many of them, dude. Yeah, that's wild. Oh, I should have looked at the. I don't even know if this has a stronghold in it. I'm a dumbass. I am a dumbass right now. So I'm kind of exhausted tonight. We had, bro, I was playing Warzone. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of sucks. I was on Warzone And of all games, bro, I was on the front page of Twitch for almost, like, I swear to God, almost 2 weeks straight. It was crazy. I don't know why or what happened, but it was amazing. And but of all games, fucking Warzone, like, dude, kind of tragic. But the last month I did a lot of like I said, it's kind of catching up with me. I've been fucking grinding, doing shit for the stream, but off stream, right? It, like all the new, because I had a month trial, so I did a whole bunch of graphic shit and reactive shit and whatever. Had to learn it and never done it before, so I had to teach myself a little bit. It's not crazy, but it turned out pretty good. Like, I got transition scenes and shit for the first. I've been streaming 12 years. Look at this, 12 years, and this is the first time. Look at it, that I have a fucking I have a custom transition. But I figured I'd do it all, you know. First time in 12 years of streaming, I actually have a custom transition now. Got a whole bunch of shit though. You'll see over time. Like, I did a lot of integration. I don't know if you saw, but like, even my camera down here, my overlay is reactive. It's very subtle because I didn't want it to take too much away. But like, so when you resubbed, this shit lights up, does a little dance down here, kind of clears it out, and then like swipes it. Again, nothing crazy. A lot of people, you'll notice it eventually. It's not like something that's in your face though. But I reworked all that, add some reactive shit, and then like bigger events will have like, that'll be in your face. Nothing over the top too crazy, but it will take like it'll be in your face shit. So like I said, I got a lot more like depth than I've ever had with like reactive type shit, which is cool because I've been wanting to do it, but I've never done it. Didn't have the time to because I've been wanting to get Photoshop for a long time. Again, like, I've had it. Obviously, most of the stuff I've done is through Adobe, most of it. But this time I did Canva. Actually, I used Canva for a lot of it, and it worked out pretty good. Like, it isn't as in depth as Adobe offers, like with Illustrator and obviously Photoshop, but it did good. Like, it did well. It did well enough, I feel like. But that's because, like, I already had my logo made. I already had graphics I could use per se. I just had to add flair to it all, you know what I mean? And then figure out like some of the little bit of coding to get it to work with the reactive shit as it's happening with the stream and shit on the back end. And that was a little bit of granted, I already had some of that from before, so I was able to reuse some of that and just like shift it, if that makes sense. I don't know if you might not, nobody might not know what I'm actually talking about when I say that, but like I said, it was cool. It was a little bit of work for what it, like I said, it's nothing crazy. Obviously, I'm not like a professional designer per se, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I've been hella busy the last month, but then like I said, the last couple weeks with that Warzone fucking front page shit, like what the fuck? All games, bro. If I'm telling you right now though, I swear to God, I swear to you guys, if I would have had front page when my PoE shit was popping off, like I had that million view, like cross-platform million view first ever for me month because of PoE 2. I promise you guys, if I would have had the front page during that time, dude, we would have been fucking, it would have been juicy, like insane, because that was already insane, but that would have been the icing on the cake where it would, bro, I'm talking like 1,000+ people probably every stream, not even kidding. But it's kind of bittersweet because the front page on Warzone, like Warzone is probably, and even before I played it, I told you guys, like Warzone is probably the worst as a small streamer. Warzone and CS, unfortunately, I love those games, but they're the worst games to stream as a small streamer. If you're a bigger streamer, or if you got, you know, you can do like case openings or certain things that, you know, it was CS anyway, but Warzone is like so saturated and so terrible that even when I was playing, because I was playing it because there's nothing else to really play, and I just want to, you know, to play something that I want to play, whatever. And I was seeing like no growth on it. And then when the front page happened, that's obviously I seen a little bit of growth, but even with that, it wasn't very much. compared to like all my other games, but it's just because Warzone, unfortunately, COD in general is so fucking, it's always been that way. I mean, anything, it's not just COD, but any overly saturated game like that, CS was the same way, because I played CS for a long time. I was almost global. I'll never forget in CSGO, if you know what global is, it's the highest rank you could possibly get. I was supreme, and I was on my 13th game, 12 win streak. I had a 12 win streak, and I was solo queued that day, because it's hard to find people to play at that level. And not like I didn't solo queue all the way to global, but on my win streak, a lot of it was by myself, like solo queuing, and I was so close to getting global, and I fucking queued. I was on 12 win streak. I'll never forget this. In my 13th game, unlucky number 13, bro. And cheating was, especially at that rank, was fucking, it was a crapshoot if you're gonna get a cheater or not, and if they were on your team. And my fucking 13th game, a spin botter, blatant as fuck, on the other team, and broke my streak, and then I never ended up getting global. I was, dude, I was so close. We got Crimson though in by some miracle. We got Crimson in Warzone, bro. Warzone rank. Crimson is, it goes Crimson, Iridescent, and then top 250 in the world. We got to Crimson, dude. And that was on like relearning controller for only a couple months. Granted, I got a little bit lucky with the way that worked out, but I'll take it, dude. Cade is a wizard if you ever want soundboard on that type of shit. Oh yeah, hell yeah. No, Cade's production is fucking awesome. Cade's production is Cade's shit is very, very clean, dude. Like he has a lot of cool ass, he's very good at that production type shit. Like I said, I do all my shit, just kind of tinker with it. I like it. I like fucking around. I've done this for years. Like my logo literally came from nothing. It's not based off of anything. I was tutoring at my college campus, and I was tutoring at my college campus. I went to school for cybersecurity. I have a bachelor's in it. And and they wanted me to tutor. It's funny because I was working full time as a lead for a Fortune 500 company. They wanted me to not go to college. They tried so hard to convince me, like, no, stay with us. We'll pay for, they had like an MIT program, like manager and training or something. I think management and training, basically to run your own store eventually. And it was a Fortune 500 company. It wasn't like a small company. But they tried so hard to convince me to not go to school, and I was like, nah, this, I mean, like, it was a people, like, you know, people job, right? Like interacting with people. And they had me helping with like certain things, like manager type stuff already. And they were like, when I told them, I was like, yeah, I think I might go to college for something in IT. I didn't even know if it was what it was gonna be exactly. I just knew IT. Like, I love computers. I love fucking around. I love messing around. And just technology in general. So I knew I wanted to go for something like tech related. And I told them, they're like, no, we'll get you, you know, we'll get you with in our program, and then you don't have to, you know, blah blah blah, their whole spiel. I was like, nah, yeah, I appreciate it, but I think I need to do this for me, you know. And I'm glad I did, because like I am glad, but I'm not, because like in that all moment, like I wasn't even thinking about streaming. And then when I started college, that's when like getting into, I gamed, and I knew about, like, back then it was called Justin TV, right? I knew about it, right? Like, obviously, like Reckful is honestly the first person, rest in peace Reckful. He was one of the first ones that I ever watched, because I played Rogue in WoW, and so Reckful was the first person I ever watched. And then Soda Poppin and Summit 1G. Those are my like first 3 people I ever watched. And I was like, dude, that's cool as fuck, you know, whatever. I was in IT, whatever, building computers, like in my classes, like, you know, I'm gonna stream for fun, because it's like next level multiplayer, whatever. And so I never thought I was gonna stream or try to stream full time. But I don't regret it. Like, I think that it served its purpose. I mean, I haven't actually used the degree, but I learned a lot, and it helped me build, right, as a person, I guess. But damn, obviously school is expensive, right? That's the only real regret, because obviously I'm still paying on that. But yeah, anyways, like I said, my point, I guess, is I've always liked messing around with things. So over the years of streaming, just like, it was more of like a learning thing. I like to learn, played around things, and it's just funny. So I knew, like I said, when you think of like a transition scene like that, it's not like that's not anything crazy. right? But it's cool. It adds a little bit of depth and dimension. But it's just silly that I've never done that up until this point in 12 years of all the other stuff, right? That's cool. Yeah, no, but Cade, dude, Cade's production, like graphic design production shit, is absolutely A+, man. That dude has very good production. Right after Justin, can I have the idea for Justin TV was a fun crew. Oh, really? Met him early, but didn't keep up as flipped into Twitch. Like, yep. Yeah, Justin started off Justin TV and turned into Twitch, and now here it is, right? That's crazy. You knew him? Was a fun group, met him early. That's cool. That's cool that you met him before it got, like, that's awesome. Yeah, we need to try to get some more of these. I don't know. So Herodic file reserve. So oh wow, this is bad. So all of these keys are basically worthless, right? It has to say Herodic strong room on it in order for it to have a strong room. I would assume that's why that's there. Damn, no wonder why. But even still, I feel like I've done so many of them. I don't know. They hotfix it. Hopefully we'll get some more now. Yeah, then after Twitch, he hit me up with his next company, Atrium Legal Tech. Told his ass it was a dumb idea. He lost 100 mil. Yeah, but you're in legal tech. What do you mean? Well, you're AI. Like, AI is definitely the future. Obviously, everybody by now knows that. But yeah, that's wild. Sometimes I wish I had more of a drive to do something like, and I don't know, it sucks for me because I like I said, when before college, before streaming, I just randomly had a job out of high school, whatever. My first job out of high school was terrible. It was a factory, overnight, 10 hours, 60-hour week, mandatory fucking bullshit, 10 hours, 6 days a week. I did that for a year overnights, and that was dude, I don't know how people do that, like for their life. But so then, like I said, moved on to more like customer interaction type shit, not sales, but kinda. Like, obviously it was at it's a Fortune 500 store type, you know, company, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I wonder if streaming fucked me in the sense of like, because the thing is, money is cool, right? Obviously, in the world we live in, the more you have, the more you get to do, the better quality of life you get to experience life, right? Like, no question about that. And sometimes I feel like an idiot because I know for an absolute 1,000,000% I can make way more money if that was my focus. I know I can. Like, even in college, I graduated literally #1, top of my class, 4.0, bachelor's in cybersecurity. People were dropping out that they couldn't understand it, whatever. And I'm not saying that to boast. I'm just saying, like, I know I could do, if money was my goal. Money's everywhere, right? You just got to think, like, what do people need? What do, you know, supply and demand, right? Whatever. But it's silly because I know, like, I don't know. That's where, like, I'm so torn with the stream too. It's like, because the stream is something, I don't know, it's just wild, man. I don't know what to do. Even still, like, I've been out of college for what, 4 years, 5 years already? Holy shit. And I haven't even used it yet. And like, I don't know if I should, right? Because, like, I guess at this point I'd have to get some certs to, like, refresh. But in interviews, I just, you know, basically present it as like, hey, you know, I graduated top of my class. The thing with tech is always changing. That's what I like about it, right? And obviously, you know, with my history of you know, my school to back it up, like, I understand what I'm learning. That's where I excel, blah blah blah. That's basically how I'd spin it, because I haven't actually used it yet. But like I said, if I got a couple certs to refresh myself, add that to present, and then if you spin it right, I do think I could definitely go into that field and do well in it, but that's where like start out for a company and then build my own. But like, is that really what I would want to do? I don't know, bro. I think I could. Not saying like I could be some fucking mega rich person like you, attorney. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying like I could like, if money was my goal, I could be much more comfortable than I am streaming, right? But I don't know, bro. Like, am I a fool? I don't know. I sometimes think, I ask myself that. Like, am I a dumbass? Like I can be hella book smart, but am I, you know, am I a dumbass for not? I don't know. I don't know, man. No, AI is what I would do for sure. If I was to drop streaming, which I guess that's the thing is, I don't want to drop streaming. I really don't. I genuinely don't. But is that what, like, is that me being a dumbass, right? But 100%, if I went into my field again, it would be AI 100%. Not even a question. AI is definitely the future. There's no question. That would be my focus. It's not even a maybe. I mean, I'd probably still have like security aspects, whatever, or what, you know, I'd feel it out. The cool thing about tech is, like I said, tech is always evolving. Tech is always new. And I just like to learn, right? And that's why I think tech is so interesting to me. I like to understand how things work, try to figure things out, try to understand things, blah, blah, blah. But AI is no question. AI is it, dude. AI is the move. Branson, idle drops on evade. Guide apparitions. Complete the ritual. Potion use, we could use that one. How many of these do I need? 2 or 3? I just likely might end up broke in a ditch. Then I might be a billionaire. Coin flip. No, yeah. No, that's just it. Risk it for the biscuit, right? Like in some ways, it's just smart risk. But all risk is risk, right? You just have to take calculated smart risks the best you can with your knowledge and what you know, your ability, whatever. But like I said, I know, like, I don't know. I some days I really wonder if I'm actually a fucking dumbass for not focusing more on money, just to have a better quality of life overall. But can't go, one life can't go past 0. God bless America. Nah, you are definitely one of the most successful people I know a handful of successful people. I know quite a few actually very successful people in the world. You know, IRL through the stream. Like I said, I know quite a not like I'm not rich. Obviously, I grew up poor as fuck, and I would still, I wouldn't say I'm poor. I got to be grateful for what I have, especially where I've come from. But especially, like I said, my main goal is my main focus isn't really, like, I want a better quality of life. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, I like money, but it's just not. I've never put it as my main, like, I got to go get as much as I can. And that's where, like I said, am I a dumbass for that? You know what I mean? Because I know I could do well. And again, I'm not saying I could get to your level per se, but I could be much more comfortable, right? But and like I said, I know people that are fairly successful and whatever. But that being said, you're definitely one of the top, like, I've ever seen. Like, you're like, bro, but you earned it. And like I said, that's everybody's goals are different, and there's nothing wrong with, like I said, some people, that's what they strive for, that's their goal. A lot of people like to talk about money, but don't do anything to try to make it or try to earn it. And that's the difference, is like people that, from what I've learned of people I've met that are successful, is like, they're not, you know, not that they're not afraid to fail, but like, you gotta do things. Like you said, it's a coin flip. You're going to be a billionaire or broke in a ditch, right? Like, you got to educate yourself, take some risks. The more better you get at that, more calculated, the more, you know, obviously having resources is one of the information, right, has having resources and stuff like that is invaluable, especially when it comes to stuff like that. But ooh, fuck yeah. Wait, interdiction, bro. That's my first interdiction. Oh shit. I remember when that was goated. Is interdiction still good? Oh shit. But anyway, sorry, I got lost. I got sidetracked. That's my first double GA. I've like no GA gear hardly at all. We got a weapon and now we got our first double, so that's cool. But yeah. You going evade? Any plans on checking out a business? Yeah, I probably I probably will. If I'm gonna play Spiritborn, I'm gonna play multiple builds. I'm starting off evade just to get leveling, get rolling, farm stuff quickly, right? Paragon, stuff like that, just to make it easy on myself. And then from there I'll shift into where, you know, probably the Balazon build you're talking about. Are they pants, right? I think with thorns. Yeah, I probably will check that out at some point. It's just, that's more like, I'm not in any rush, man. I'm just chilling, playing, trying to, especially with this game, right? If you're in a rush, you're gonna be done pretty quick. But sorry, I don't know, I've been babbling. Sorry I didn't respond to that earlier, but no, yeah, I'm going evade for now, but I will probably shift into that build eventually here. Passion and money can come. You're smart to acknowledge it's important in the universal scoreboard. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Something I learned earlier is to put all my energy on what happens next, not what should have happened. Beyond that, it's your journey. Oh, that's a good way to put it, bro. What happens next, not what shouldn't have happened. Yeah, you don't dwell. Basically, you don't sit there and dwell on things. I used to dwell. I used to dwell on just like, not necessarily like money or per se, just in general. Like I used to be a very hard dweller, and I've realized that, you know, the older I get is like, and even like I was actually talking about this yesterday on stream, is like certain things are simply out of your control, right? And you can't sit there and fucking put all your energy into trying to change that. You got to try to change what you can change and what you can control, and focus on that and keep going forward, right? It's all about moving forward. And that's where, like I said, I'm having I'm just kind of thinking out loud of like kind of like that, like to move forward, what should I be doing? Am I stupid for what I'm doing, you know, when I know I could do different if I want to, right? Does that make sense? I don't know, but I don't care. No, exactly. Money is, that's just it. I feel the same way. Money ain't everything. So I feel like when people hear me say that, like, oh, this guy's full of shit, you don't like it. I'm not saying I don't like money. Hey, if I could go buy a new boat, guess what? I would love to go buy a new boat, right? If I could buy a new fucking, you know, something nice, if I could go to fucking the Bahamas, right? Obviously it takes money to do that. I would love to do that, right? So don't get me wrong. Like I love money just as much as most people, but in a different way. It's not like, there's certain things in life that so I know a lot of people think it's a cliche saying, but when you understand it, like there's things in life that money can't fix or solve that are very important, at least to me. And like so it's like, it's just that bittersweet of like, the world we live in, you need it, right? Like you said, it's like a tool, right? You need it. The more you have, the easier some things are, and the better quality of life you have overall. The more things you can do, the more you can experience in what the beautiful side of the world, right? Because there's a lot of bad in the world, but there's also a lot of beauty in the world. And money, unfortunately, a lot of times has a lot of bad, but it also allows a lot of good. So it's like, it's just kind of like that shit, you know. It's a crazy world we live in, man. Because it's like, I don't know, man. No matter what, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a dumbass or not. Like, it's funny because like I remember I've always been told like, oh, like even my teachers are like, holy shit, you're so smart, blah blah blah, you're so smart. It's like I've been told that my whole life, but actually I see myself as a dumbass in a lot of ways, right? But I like I said, I just see the world differently. And it's funny too, because growing up broke, you think money would be my everything, right? And again, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love to be able to have nice things, buy things, enjoy things, and want to more, obviously, right? But it's not everything, which I know people are crazy. People think that's crazy, but I don't know. Like you said, it's a tool. It's a very important tool. It's a necessity. It's a necessity, obviously. but am I missing out on more? Like, I guess where I'm at is like, because I sacrifice a lot, right? Especially financially and in many ways. And should I sacrifice elsewhere or in different ways to potentially have more, to experience more? Like, cause like, you know, life, like you said, you get one life, right? Life is fairly short. So when I first started to stream full time, I was at the position of like, okay, I just graduated. Do I try streaming? You know, I'm not big by any means, but do I try it at least for a little bit, kind of see how it goes? And that's what I came to. Like, I determined that, or came to the conclusion that, like, I think I would look back and regret not trying. But now I'm getting to the point, like, what I'm like I said, I'm about 5 years in, and I'm getting to the point where, like, I still see growth though. That's the thing. That's the wild thing, is like, I definitely see growth. I see moments, but it's, and like, I think no matter how big you get, that's something that as a streamer will always happen. But it's like, where would I need to get to be stable, right? As a streamer, and how much longer would it take me to get there? Is that worth my time at this point? Or should I shift while I'm still fairly young, right? And focus elsewhere, more safe methods, or however you want to do it, right? Because like I said, so the thing with streaming is I have no control, right? I do my best of what I could do beyond whatever, but like beyond that, like Warzone, I was on front page for 2 weeks. It was great, but unfortunately it was like one of the worst games, right? So like, it did actually help me get a little bit of growth, but very minute, right? And it's like, I don't know, it's just, I'm torn. I'm at a crossroad of like, what do I do next, you know, basically. You're like me a bit, I know, competitive as fuck. Yep, I try to fail hard and fast. Yeah, hard so it hurts and I learned. Yeah, fast so I learn. Listen, get up and get smarter. Yeah, no, exactly. I think we do think similarly in that way. Because like I said, I try things all the time, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, like failing definitely can have its mental whatever, but like failing is good because you learn, move on, and kind of like you said, the key to it is don't dwell on things so much and keep going, right? Keep moving, keep forward, keep trying. And I think that's where a lot of people fail, is like, they don't see that. And getting stuck is bad. Money's just a magnifier. It doesn't change who you are. It just makes it louder. True. If you're an asshole, you're a bigger asshole with a bank. Oh, true. If you're solid, money lets that shine. Real kicker, not having money doesn't give you the space to figure out who you are. You're too busy surviving to, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's like I heard a saying one time, and it was like, holy shit, that makes so much sense. It was something along the lines of like, being poor is expensive, or being broke is expensive, right? Because you're trying to survive. Like, or how did the saying go? It was along the lines of that. It was something like, how the fuck? No, that ain't how it was worded. But it basically was along the lines of like that. Like, for example, if you're overdrafting, you're getting hit with more fees on top of what you're already struggling. If you're in debt, you're getting interest more than you can afford, so it just keeps you down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's expensive to be poor or broke, right? Because that it keeps you down. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so many additional fees that stack up on top of it's already a struggle. So it's so fucking hard for people to get out of that, right? But that's basically what the saying was saying. And it was like, holy shit, that's so fucking true. Like, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, right? But it's like, it's so fucking true, man. But yeah, that's a good point. Not having money doesn't give you the space to figure out who you are. Yeah, I know I can definitely be an asshole, but I genuinely do want, like, I know I've definitely learned a lot about myself through my own trials, especially early on. Like I said, I've had things and experienced things that I'm like, nope, I don't want to be like that, or I don't want to be around that. And that helps sculpt me in some ways, for sure. Like, and I think a lot of people's childhood dictates a lot of things too. I really do. I think your childhood has a big impact. You can let it make or break it, whether you're in a part of a wealthy family or you're from the slums, however you want to look at it. Like, people have different motivators. Some get stuck in it and it's a repetitive cycle. Some do everything they can to get away from it, out of it, whatever, or vice versa, or however you want to look at it. But yeah, I don't know. I struggle with kids and fun and work and finding my purpose. I decide to live my life intentionally. I get less time with my kids, but I'd be present and give them 100% myself when I was with them. I give up hobbies, sports, a lot of friends. Ironically, gaming, tossed all my shit. College in order to have a job. I was broke to start companies, mostly failed, but learn. And for 5 to 10. So your 5 to 10 years had nothing to show. And I'm like 5 into, I guess, full-time streaming. And I wouldn't say I have nothing to show, but definitely, I guess, I'm able to make do, but like not, like I said, I got to think about the future of like savings, and like I invest a little bit with what I can, but it ain't much, right? Like I do. I definitely invest, you know, like little bit into stocks and crypto and just general things like that. I wish I could buy like obviously if you could buy properties or buy, you know, there's a lot of investments I wish I could do. Obviously I can't afford even the little bit I can do. I just try any little bit I can, especially recently because of the fucking plummet. Like now is such a good time to get shit. And that's what's making me think like I don't even have that much to invest in that shit right now. It's like, am I really making the right choice right now? I don't know. And like I don't know. I talked about this stuff a little bit yesterday of like reflecting on like the streaming shit, and like because we talked about DayZ, and DayZ has so many great moments, but it also has some regrets in the sense of like the people around me and the way I treated some of the people, and like because like I said, I can definitely be an asshole, and I try not to be. I really try. But I think, like I said, I do generally try to be a better person for myself, for the people around me. And Warzone, though, I don't know. Like, it made me realize it even more. It's like, holy shit, bro. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty... I mean, like, Sully, for example, in Warzone, I'm pretty bad to Sully in terms of, like, the shit-talking. But he, like, shit-talks all the time, too. So it, like, kind of goes both ways. But then I get to a point where sometimes it's like, I'm going too far, and, like, I don't want to be like that, honestly. But sometimes I am, right? And that's where it's like, I don't know. And like I said, the history with DayZ and shit had some shit happen where it's like, I mean, that's just life in general, right? But it's funny because I have so many years into streaming now. I never thought that I would be like, I mean, it's a big part of my life already, right? Like 12 years is a long time. Many memories, good and bad. And I guess I'm kind of just reflecting the last week or two have been reflecting on things. I do that frequently though. I'm always like thinking and reflecting and like trying to adapt, right? But for me, not trying to figure it out, I knew I'd hate and not like life if I didn't try to do something to change the world. So that is, I hustled, learned, wondered, spent every penny and risk. Hence, maybe I'm not normal, but that was my path. No, but I think that's the thing is like most successful people I know are not normal, right? Like odd is good. And that's another thing, because again, this is kind of just a general consensus of like, we have a lot of changes happening around like my household right now. With me, well, my wife, like the kids, they're going to be starting school. Like there's just a lot of changes happening right now. That's like making me like obviously reflect on this. And I hate to say this, but people might think I'm crazy for saying this. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. I swear the school system, I probably shouldn't say this. How can I say it better? I feel like because I have kids that are going to be entering school, right? Public school, not private. And I feel like from what I witnessed in my experience and reflecting on that and like the way I see the world, I don't feel like school, not saying it's not important, school and learning, like I said, I love to learn, but I feel like a lot of schooling is like imprinting the mindset of to be normal. Like you just said, you're not normal. I don't think I'm normal. I think I'm very weird, and I think that weird is good. And so, like, weird can be bad, right? Just like anything in the world. Anything can be good and bad, right? But I feel like school, a lot of school is to, at least for what like I said, from a public school perspective, it's like to create the mindset of work for somebody else and I wouldn't say be a slave, but kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can do good things with good companies, but like into the general consensus, I feel like it like builds kids to be normal, right? Like, get your 9 to 5, do your time, you know, do your work and have no time for yourself. And I don't like that mindset per se. I'm not against working, don't get me wrong. Like, work ethic, like anything I do, I try to the best of my ability, don't get me wrong. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to explain what I mean by this, but like grinding and having a purpose and like doing things and building companies or working for, again, good companies is not a bad thing. But I think in general, a lot of like schooling doesn't teach that in the right way. Does that make sense? I don't fucking know. Maybe I sound crazy. I'm trying to say it the best way I can, like, and not sound crazy, but like, I don't know. And again, the reason I'm thinking about this is because of my kids are about to be going into school. It's like, what I want the best for them, but I don't want to turn them into a fucking, like, I wouldn't say brainwashed, but like, you know, like, I just want them to be able to experience life for themselves and enjoy life. And again, money is going to be a part of that. That's the world we live in. And that's where, again, I'm kind of self-reflecting of like, not only do I want to give them a better life, obviously I want to have a better life too, right? That's kind of the whole, like, everybody's, for the most part, most people in the world are trying to live a better life, right? Whether you're at the bottom or at the top, you're still trying to do better, be better. And again, different motives for different people, whatever it may be. But like, and I think once you have kids, it's more, I'm more aware of it, of like, especially like I said, they're going to be starting school. Like, what do I do that's best for them to set them up? And then reflecting on like, am I in the best spot? Like, what I'm doing, is that a good example? I don't know, you know, like in some ways I absolutely think it is, because I'm doing what I believe is good. It's something that's more than money, but still need to, like I said, I still need to be able to make money from it, you know? So it's like, I don't know. It's just, I've been in a turmoil with this for a long time, actually. Like, again, the stream and money, like intertwining the two has been my biggest struggle by far. Cause like I said, I see them as essentially two separate things, because, and not that like all money is bad, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do I get the stream to where it's like, you know, it meshes right with still having my values, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Like, it's just, again, it's scary to think of like my kids, and like, obviously I want the best for them. I want to be able to provide the best for them, but also set them up to be able to do what they think, like you said, like teach them that it's okay to be not normal and pursue what you think, you know, even if it might sound crazy to some, like if that's what you think, like experience it and find out for yourself type shit. You know what I mean? If you don't have cash, increase cash flow. If you don't have both those, don't bother worrying about investing long-term. You're young, YOLO for now. No, I invest. I do invest because, especially because I don't have like a 401k and shit like traditional corporate America, right? So my only investment is what I invest in myself right now. And even if that's this is gonna sound silly, especially to you, but even if it's $10, my guy, I'm trying to invest every little penny, because at the end of the day, you know, doing something is better than doing nothing. I've always thought that, right? Like certain instances I could do more, certain instances I could do less, but as long as I'm doing something, right? Always doing something. Getting a work also, so there's all right, no problem. Hey, I appreciate the talk, attorney. I appreciate the insight. I genuinely do. Obviously, somebody that you have a lot of success and a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and it's a very valuable thing for you to even share any of it with me, man. So I don't take it lightly. I appreciate it very much so, man. Thank you. School in a way is meant to turn people into yes men. Kind of, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Builds them to go into corporate America instead of starting something or growing their own path in life. Yeah. And that's what I mean. That's kind of the layman's terms of it. And like I said, I'm not trying to say it in the, I think there are good things in school, and I think there's good experiences where like life lessons, don't get me wrong, but in general, I feel like it's like it's sculpting into like, be this, do this to be normal. I don't like that. And again, don't get me wrong, there's good and bad to it, right? Just like everything. But I was good at school, but the worst student. Yeah. No, it's, if you, dude, second A, like that's always, I tell my kids, if I have something better to do, good. If you don't, if I told you the way I was in school, you'd be like, there's no way. You're on a work. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you my school experience later. You'd be, I don't know if you'd be surprised or not, but I'll tell you how I grew up, like my school. And I don't know how the fuck they let me do what I did, but they did. But I'll tell you when you're not busy. What is the best Spiritborn build for killing bosses? Isn't it that new Balazon build? I think Evade is pretty good, but I don't know about for Uber tormented bosses. I think there isn't it the Poison Thorns build. I haven't got into it yet, so I'm not quite sure how good it is. I'm just kind of focusing on leveling and like I'm kind of behind, honestly. Where other people are, I'm sure, but I'll tell you, so when I was in school, you guys, by some miracle, I never got held back, but I would not do my homework. Like I didn't give a fuck. And the thing is though, I shit you not. I was terrible. I was a terrible fucking student. I'd have to go almost every morning. I'd have to go to the principal's office. They'd call over the intercom, you know, they'd call my name to the principal's office, and then I'd be written up for something, having to do detentions, having to do different things. And a lot of that's because of the environment I was in, I think, sculpted that, but like the give no fuck attitude. But also a lot of what they were teaching me I like to learn, but what they were teaching me, what I wasn't learning. So my homework, like I would sit in class and I'd understand it. And when I was in class, I would, participate, right? And I knew what was happening, but my homework, I would never do. I'm not exaggerating. And like every grade I was in, I essentially did, I wouldn't say no homework, but pretty much. But what I did do is when tests would come, like every week you'd have like a quiz, right? Like pop quizzes and weekly quizzes and whatever. I would ace those. And then the tests would come, like finals. I would ace those. So my teachers would I think allow me to keep going because of that. Because at the end of the day, because I would never fail my quizzes and never fail my finals. I think they let it slide because obviously that proved that I knew what they were teaching, even though I didn't do the homework and my grades were technically bad because of that. They would let me slide because the quizzes and the tests would prove to them that I knew it, right? So it's not like, I don't know, that's my, like, in hindsight as an older person, why the fuck they didn't hold me back. Because I'm not kidding, like every grade I was terrible. I would show up, no homework done, almost, like, again, never say never. I mean, maybe in a blue moon I'd surprise them and have it done, but usually the only homework I would get done is if like I had a study hall and nothing to do, I would do the homework then. But like actually taking my homework home to do, never, ever. But again, so I was like, and I'm not saying like if you're a younger person, I'm not saying don't do that. I wish I would have been a little bit better in school and did better. Just in the sense of like not being, again, just to be a better person, right? I think that would have given me more of a head start of trying to be better. Cause like I said, I had a lot of learning to do on my own. My dad was not around, right? I didn't have that fatherly figure. I had to figure out a lot on my own. And now that's where I'm to the point where I want to equip my kids better than I was equipped so that they can learn faster, do better, be better, quicker. And at times, you know, I definitely feel like I'm failing at that too. But I've noticed I always feel like I'm failing. For some weird reason, I feel like I'm always failing at something at any given time. But I'm always moving forward or trying to move forward and just trying to do better the next day to day. And it seems to help. And I've been doing this for years though, like I said, but that's where like I'm hoping to, well, on the topic of the school, my kids entering school, like what's the best approach for that? Because I want to give them what I didn't have, just in knowledge of like, you know, to try to be better. And I wouldn't say like, you know, I'm not saying I'm some insanely successful person by any means, but like, you can avoid a lot of unnecessary bullshit and struggles if you're better equipped for certain things, if that makes sense. I had a lot of shit that I had to process through and deal and like try to understand growing up, and I don't want that for my kids. So hopefully they'll be better, and that, like, in that sense, and then naturally, like, just hopefully again be able to do what they want to do the best way they can. Obviously nothing is going to be perfect, nothing whatever, but I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. I'm just like babbling now, but it's just honest truth of like, they only got a couple months before my firstborn starts full-time school, right? So it's like, holy shit. Kind of wild, man. Kind of wild. This is dad talk. But no, I would, my schools all told me I was cheating and forced me to retake shit and still tried to accuse me of lying and failing me. Wow. No, so I didn't have that. Fortunately, I mean, I would have to take my tests in front of them and the quizzes and whatever. I mean, I remember having to go to, like when I would misbehave, or like I would get kicked out of classes sometimes because my attitude was kind of horseshit at times. Like I was kind of a troll. And I would honestly troll the teachers sometimes of like, and then they would get pissed off and they would send me to not even detention. It was like, detention was after school. There was a room that like, if you were bad during the day, like got kicked out of class, you'd have to go to this room and then you'd have to write like paragraphs of like, you just have to write different shit and do different shit, whatever, like as a consequence. And I was in that room like way too much. But they, senior next year, holy shit, that's crazy. But no, I never got accused of cheating, luckily, but they did, like I said, they would have me take tests. I remember taking some tests like I was the only one like there, and I don't know if that's why they did it. Maybe that's why they did, just in like, I don't know. I do remember like at times, not every time, but I remember having to take some tests like by myself, like the final or whatever. But that, I thought that was because I missed it though. Like I'd skip school, or I'd not show up, and then when I'd show up, they would have me take it like after class or whatever. More so along that. That's how I remember it, I guess, but I don't know. But I'm not kidding. Like every grade, I think I would say from first grade on, I was terrible. And that sounds terrible because it is, but like, no, fourth grade and on. First and second grade, I remember like, I actually remember, I can vividly remember like writing numbers all the way to 100. I can actually picture that. I think that was first grade, like writing numbers on in between the lines all the way to 100. Letters was probably even before that. And I remember, I can picture doing that. And I feel like I was a good student then because I was probably like literally a child. But by the time I hit like third, fourth grade, I was out. I was like, no more. And it was just bad. But somehow I never got held back. Like I said, I was able to get through and pass all my classes. Again, my grades weren't crazy, but that's the funny thing. So fast forward, that's my high school, or that's my elementary, middle school, high school experience, right? Fast forward to when I go to college, I go for something I'm interested in, what I enjoy, what I want to learn about. I graduate literally #1, top of my class, 4.0. I didn't even try to do that. That's how it happened. Like I didn't do that. I wasn't like, I didn't go to college and be like, I'm going to be the smartest motherfucker here. I'm going to be the best. Right? Like, no, that's not, bro, I was 2 years in and realized like, holy shit, I have a 4.0. I literally am acing every fucking test, every quiz. Some of my assignments, they had extra credit. I get over 100. I literally had, I think 3 classes where I finished the class over 100% overall. Like that is insane. Right? And I didn't like, that's not like, it wasn't my goal to do that. That's just how it happened. But it's funny because if you think of like, if any of my teachers, well, no, that's just it. I remember some of my teachers, I met them later on. Yo, Leia with the T3, baby. Holy shit.
That's for you, my man.
T3 again. Attorney and Leia, the legends. Both with the fucking, oh, damn. T3. Thank you guys. Thank you. I remember though, talking to one of my teachers after I graduated, and I remember him saying something to me along the lines like, man, you were always so smart. I don't know, like, it's wild to me how smart you were for how little you were in class. And he just said that to me, like, randomly. Like, it was at somebody's wedding, and he randomly, like, said that to me. I was like, okay. Like, I didn't even know how to respond to that because it was just a random and I had another teacher. I remember my 4th grade teacher said the same thing about, like, and so I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I know I probably should have been held back, but I never got held back, thankfully. But I think it's because, again, for whatever reason, they saw that I knew what they were trying to teach, I guess. I don't know. But anyways. I lived in that room, shared it with the ESL kids. Yeah, no, it was crazy. Copy the dictionary. Now technology has ruined me. Can't spell or write anything near. Yeah, that's the thing about tech, right? Like, I wonder, do schools even actually have you write your assignments anymore? I remember writing literal, like, pages, like for school. I remember, like, even in high school or in college, I would have to write some of my shit out, right, in class. And then by the time it kind of shifted, though, it eventually got to the point where I didn't need to do that anymore. But I remember writing, like, actual, and especially in, like, that one room where you got in trouble, I remember having to literally write out, like, dude, paragraphs of, like, I don't know, like, it was just different things. Sometimes it was like a repetitive line. Sometimes it was like a paragraph, like why I did what I did, right? And trying to explain it. I don't know, just weird shit. But I feel like, I wonder if people even write anymore. I haven't written on a piece of, well, nah, I shouldn't say that. I do write, I still write, like, notes or, like, certain things in a notebook, because I always like having a notebook or, like, notebooks with certain things that I want to remember, if that makes sense. I mean, I save stuff obviously on my computer and stuff too, but it's different. Like a computer or like a tech system could fail, right? So having multiple backups is a good thing, and like something like physical like that is a good thing in some ways, right? So I do still write something, but I don't write checks. I haven't written a check. I used to write checks out of high school, and I can't remember the last time I wrote a check because it's all online. You either do it online or with a card, right? But I wonder what the school curricular will be for like my little ones. It's gonna be interesting to see, like, the evolve of it. Well, have you ever decided to look around it? I mean, it's like a connect. I was here. Oh, I appreciate it, Attorney. Like I said, I appreciate you, the insight, man. I really do. Thank you. I'm now having imagined as a kid and looking and talking just like he does now. Has me chuckles. Nah, I'm dead at. That's the God's honest truth. God's honest truth, man. But I appreciate the insight. I appreciate the talk, or like I said, it was kind of just random spur of the moment. I've been talking about this for a little bit though, but again, I do think that your insight is very valuable. I really do, and I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. GG's night. Yeah, I need to do some dungeon. I'm sitting here yapping, thinking about my fucking past. It's funny though, the reason I'm thinking about my past is because of my kids right now. Like my school, like past and stuff, is because of my, oh my motherfucker. Bro, you said you're going to bed.
For you, my man.
Ah, dude!
Awesome returnee just
Wait,
gifted
did
69
did the big thing happen? Wait, did the big thing happen? I didn't even see it. I might have to make it faster. What the fuck are you doing, my guy? You fucking maniac, bro. What the fuck, man? 69, of course. Holy shit. The trademark. Legend. 69 fucking gifters, my boy. Holy shit, man. You better get to fucking bed, dude. What the fuck? Did it do the big, dude, I have to go back. Did it do the big alert? Hold on. I'm going to replay it. Did it do the big one? Thanks for the gift. Thanks for the, yeah, hell yeah. Fucking the otherworldly, man. I'm not even going to call him alien. I'm going to call him otherworldly, man. This the dude, that's his title, bro. If he can have otherworldly title in game, he should always rock that shit. This fucking guy, man. PoE 1 when? Honestly, I've been thinking about it. Did you guys see, did it do the new alert? Like the big ass one where it takes up the whole screen for like, it's supposed to be for 5 seconds. Because I didn't want it to like, I wanted the normal alert, but like I wanted a big one in your face when something big happens. And anything like 20 plus gifteds is supposed to trigger it. But I obviously got caught off guard by it. So I didn't even fucking see it. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. Wait, so is this going to do this 69 times? So this is the reactive thing. Holy shit. Okay, we're going to have to figure that out. This is good though, because I tested, and there's only so much testing I can do until stuff actually goes down. Wait, yeah, see, so I think it's going to do this 69 times. So I got to figure out why it's doing that. It should only do it the one time. But that's all right. That's why it's good that this is not like over the top, right? Holy shit, that's wild. Where's my fucking... Hold on. I got to see though, because... Go back and watch real quick. Appreciate you. Probably should have been. Holy fuck, man. You're insane, dude. You're actually crazy. I don't think it did it. No, why didn't it do it? It didn't do it. Okay, hold on. Pause. Okay, that's that, dude. That's fine. Okay, this is good though, because when I tested it, it worked. But for some reason, it didn't. So I'm gonna show you guys what the big alert is now, because obviously it didn't work. What the fuck? This is my point of like, it's hard to get this shit all to line up and work right, dude. What the fuck? That was Twitch subs. Mass gifted. Big alerts. Yeah, it's supposed to do it. It's supposed to do it when it's at least 20 plus. What? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do a test of it and show you guys what it's supposed to look like. Let me show you real quick. Because when I test it, at least last time I tested it, it worked. So we go here. Oh, I wonder if I have to have this on. I wonder if that's why. Watch, see that? Okay, so that's supposed to be what happens. That is supposed to pop up again, nothing crazy. But when, so it's like, you can't miss it, right? Like it's like in your face, you cannot miss it if you're watching when it happens. So I'll do it one more time. So this was supposed to happen when he just did that, but I got to figure out why it didn't. See, so it's like a massive, like in your face, and then it'll keep the other alert up too. Like once the big one that takes over, it's just like to grab your attention, then it fades away, and then the normal alert is still there. You know what I'm saying? So like, why that didn't work is interesting. I wonder if I have to have this on. Maybe this is why. Let me try this again. I'm gonna, okay, give me a second. Let's see if this, so this is a oh no. Wait. It won't let me redo it? What? So look at this. What the fuck? Maybe that's why it didn't work. So that's interesting. So like I said, I'm gonna have to figure this out, but I'll do it a different time. It looks like it's gonna be more complicated than. So look. So this is. I was gonna replay it, right? So you can replay alerts, but it's all individual, right? So he gifted 69, But according to, for whatever reason on here, it's showing it all one by one. Hence why this is probably going 69 times, which is kind of funny. But I can't like, I don't know. It was supposed to do what I showed you guys, but either way, I'll figure that out. Like I said, I'm trying to get the reactive integrations is a fucking dude. It's okay, wait, it worked. Bro, wait, you did not just do it again. Wait, I did it, bro. I didn't even have the sound on, bro. What the fuck? Dude, you can't do that, bro. What the fuck? I didn't even have it on yet. I closed out of it. I had to open it back up for the, wait, did you guys hear it? I didn't hear it, but I saw it. Ah, dude. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck? I swear to God. Yo. Okay, I know why the audio didn't work. Okay, the audio was supposed to work there. I know why that didn't work because I closed out for a second because I was messing with, like I said, trying to re-trigger it, and I have to have that open in order for the sound to play. So again, I know why that one didn't happen, but we got it to work. The big shit happened. The 50 banger. You see that? Oh my God, let's go, dude. What the fuck? This man did 69 and 50 back to back. Actually, fucking, what the fuck are you doing, man? I swear to God, like, you literally make me woozy, bro. Holy shit. I had like 0 energy, and now it's like I fucking drank 3 Red Bulls back to back, bro. What the fuck is this, dude? This guy. Custom numbers, process NVIDIA is set up as a package like the presents. Oh. Bro, stop, bro, chill. Dude, I mean, yeah, the sound, as far as I know, dude, so the thing is, I'm multi-streaming right now on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. I'm currently live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and I'm trying to get all of these integrations to all work seamlessly. So keep in mind. Oh my motherfucker, dude. This guy is insane. Wait, why is the sound not working now? Wait. What the fuck is going on, bro? This is insane. Wait. Okay, chill, dude. Oh my God, you're gonna fucking make me pass out. Dude, just wait. Holy shit. Holy shit. You fucking maniac. Hold on. Wait. What the fuck? Hold on, chill. Holy fuck, dude. What the fuck are you? What is going on, man? Oh my God, dude. Wait, so why the fuck? Weird. Wait. Chill. I can test. Hold on. I think. Hold on. Oh, it's because I had the wrong fucking profile. That is very interesting. Wait. I think. So I have different themes in order to make this work because it's like different, like whatever. And I was on the big alert. That's what I call it. The big alert theme because I had to change the way it was. I had the gifteds enabled, but I didn't have like the default enabled. And that's, I think, why it didn't show up. But I enabled that, but I was still on that profile. But for some reason, if I'm on that profile, it looks like I'm assuming I'm going to test it. I can test this. It should. I don't know if the big alert will pop up, but it should, like the sound and the normal alert should pop up. Because just wait. Just 1 second. Just wait a second. Just wait. Holy fuck, man. You are fucking, you are actually, you are crazy, my guy. You are fucking crazy, bro. God, this is so much shit. Okay, wait. So this is a test. Twitch sub. Yeah, so that works. So the sound, you can hear that. I can hear it.
Kevin just subscribed. This is a subscription test.
Dude, that looks good. Okay, so that's the normal one, right? So that has the reactive here and then the normal one. But that's when I'm on the default theme. Do I have to be on default in order for both to work? I think we got it. Yo, thank you. I'm pretty sure we got it. I appreciate that, bro. And by the way, dude, 50 gifted is fucking, you are a maniac, bro. Literally, I think I have the minimum 20 for like the in your face big shit. So this is all again new to me, but yeah, we're good. I think we're good. I appreciate that so fucking much, man. How many did you just fucking gift, you fucking maniac, bro? This man, 169. Holy shit, man. Literally more than doubled my sub count. You fucking maniac, dude. Thank you though. You need to get to bed, bro. But thank you for the help in every sense. That was extremely helpful in every way, literally. Not only obviously the sub side insane, way crazy, but that allowed me to get the real-time testing of the new alert shit that I'm trying to get working. So insane, man. Yet again, you're helping me massively, bro. You fucking maniac. Use AI for your image on the big alert and have it rise in blue flames. I mean, I can once I get like, so again, I can't even show you guys everything because it's so fucking complex of like how to get all this shit to be working the way I'm trying to get it to work. And I think what was happening was, so initially I had, so that again, I have different themes. That's the only way I can do it. I have to have multiple themes for like different things. So like I have a theme for this. I have a theme for the normal alert. I have a theme for the big alert, and trying to get that all to intertwine through the spacing. Like I have to literally use like coding. Oh my motherfucker. Oh, it worked! This man with the 100 banger, it worked! You, my man. Hallelujah!
Awesome.
Hallelujah, dude, it works!
100 subs.
Ah, dude! With a 100 banger, bro, and it worked. Oh my god, dude. Yo. Holy shit. Yo, it worked. It worked fully. It literally entirely. I heard it. Did you guys hear it? It fucking works, man. Oh my god, I love it. I like it. Obviously, I'm biased because I created it, but I love it. So like, again, it happens quick, but I don't want it to sit there and take, because it literally takes up the whole screen, right? So this is my thought process behind it. Like, let me know if you think I should change it. Dude, attorney, you are a literal, dude, you are a maniac. What the fuck, man? Holy shit, dude, what the fuck, dude? Oh my God, I swear, like, holy shit. I literally can't, bro. You are, what the fuck? Holy shit, it worked. Oh my God, dude. Okay. Bro, my mind's going a million miles an hour right now, bro. But thank you. What the fuck, man? It worked. As far as I can tell from my end, it worked. The only thing that it's gonna do is it looks like the reactive part is gonna do it like 100 times, which is fine. Like I said, it's not, there's no noise to it. It's no whatever.